Hello, this is Dr. Almost. I want to give you some guidance on how to complete the assignment number 1. So the Word document will contain all of this information for you. It's going to describe or at least give you information about the Excel file that corresponds to this assignment. So all this information is listed here. It pertains to the columns for each for the data that is contained in the Microsoft Excel file. Here we have question number 1. The test scores represented by the reading variable are on a scale ranging from 200 to 300 points. So I'm asking here, generate a frequency distribution for reading. Find a cumulative percentage for each of the following scores: 226, 262, and 280. C, approximately 1/10 or 10% of the cases fall at or below which score. And D, which score, roughly speaking, separates the top half from the bottom half of students. So I already have this open. So what I'm going to do, in this case, I'm going to provide you guidance on how to answer this question. So the key thing is you want to select all of the data points, or all of the data. So that's what I'm doing right now. And here's the shortcut. It's called pivot tables. Pivot tables, you can easily, you could do a number of functions with pivot tables. And it's a pretty advanced feature of Excel. At the same time, pretty straightforward. So you go to Insert, and then you click on Pivot Table. So I already selected the data. It's going to be on a new worksheet. And there it is. Now it's asking for reading. So I need a frequency distribution for reading. So let me get that going. Click on reading here. Okay, great. And then I drag it to the rows. All right, so we have rows and sum of reading, but that's what I do not want that. I don't want the sum. I want the frequency count, or just the count for each one. So click on values, value field settings. Then click here. You have a whole list of things you can select, but for the needs or for the question that I have, I'm just looking for count, which is frequency count. I click OK. And there you go. I have frequency count for my values there. The next thing I need is a cumulative percentage. So I go back to the Excel file. I drag reading again, but this time to the values right underneath counter read. And it gives me sum of reading again, which seems to be the default value. But I don't want that, and I don't need that. So I'm going to change that to, I need to change it first by going to value field settings. I want count, but I need to go here, show value as, and then I want to find where is a function where it will give me the cumulative percentage. In this case, it's called the percentage running total in. That's going to give me the cumulative percentage. Then I click OK. That will give me the running total, or the cumulative percentage from, in this case, the low numbers, or from low to high. So with this information, I'm able to answer my questions. So in this case, let me see, I go back. So generate a distribution, frequency distribution for reading. I did that. Find the cumulative percentage for each of the following: 226, 262, and 280. So 226 is right here. So that should give you the answer. What's the other one? 262. So I'll scroll down to 262. Okay, that gives me, I can see that value that corresponds to 262. Then the next one is 280. And then I'm able to identify that value. So what score, roughly speaking, separates the top half, and from the bottom half? So I'll go back to the Excel file, and then half is 50%. So let me see where I can find 50% or the closest value to 50%. I would say it's 50.86. So you have to find the value that corresponds to 50.86. In this case, you may want to consider that value. Okay, so now I'm able to respond to these questions just based on using the pivot tables and just dragging and dropping them into particular fields here to come up with my answers.